Good evening, and welcome to another ironic introduction to another video. Today I've got a little bit extra to talk about besides my arena point rewards, but do keep in mind that I didn't have to participate in one of the extra arenas this time around, as I think this one is useless. So I was able to distribute the roughly 1.6 to 2 million points that I have to not waste, but redistribute, and I was able to distribute those among my higher tier arenas, so I was able to push for higher rewards. And for the summoner trials, I pushed several thousand more points than I normally do. I'm really pushing for as many units as possible, and that does put you in the top reward, at least in the intermediate bracket, and those units are really accessible just because it's really easy to set up an infinite streak in the summoner trials, and the fights go really quick. I mean, it's like 4 or 5 minutes for me to do like my top 15 rotation, because I hammer the fights out in like 2 to 3 combos with Suicide Masteries on, and it's just a really efficient way to get units, I believe. And even more so efficient is this 3-star featured one, where I capped out here at 640,000, and this does put me in a position to get both the champion as well as that nice reward, as well as it's the end of the milestone for the arena. After this, I'll probably push 670 to 680,000 to ensure I get the champion, because I think it's worth getting that featured champion, as well as just for the ISO, as well as get all the milestone rewards. And it's really not that many more points to put in. For Night Thrasher here, I dumped in almost 1.7 million, and I just bubbled out. Like, I'm only 7 ranks away from getting that rank up gem, and that really sucks because I actively stayed awake longer to get this extra 179,000 points, and I ran out of champions and opted to go to sleep instead. And it just looks like I made the wrong call there. I thought for sure I was safe, but maybe Night Thrasher is just a higher value champion than I think. I don't even know who he is in relation to the Marvel Universe, so maybe I'll need to look into that. For this 31 to 60%, I put in 3 million points, and for this rank 8 here, I only put in 2.5. I just wanted to make sure that I would get this character. Doctor Strange, I don't think is a highly sought after character, but the arena surprises me sometimes. So I knew 2.5 was safe. That's all I put in, and it was more than safe. I got the max reward there. And I should say I was going for the max reward there because I do want those 5-star shards while they're available to me, as I do believe this is my last intermediate bracket, but I won't be able to confirm that for roughly another 12 to 15 hours. But if you look at these two arenas, with the 4-star featured one, I put in 3 million points, 2.5 million points, and in the 5-star featured one, I put in 3 million points. And I could have probably gone to the 4-star featured one, right, and cap the milestones, but I didn't do that because it was strictly more efficient for me to dump these points into the 5-star featured arena. So if I go in here, you can see that I missed out on 15, 30, 45 units. And so if I had redistributed those 1.5 million points to this arena, I would have gotten 45 units. But if I pop over to the 5-star featured one with the milestones, that would have taken me down to this milestone here. You can see that at 2 million and 3 million, I get 15 units each. So really, I only missed out on 15 units, that last milestone on the 4-star featured. And the truth is that I got an additional 300 5-star shards for pushing this extra bit here. From 200 to 500, and I would say taking a 15 unit loss for 300 5-star shards is more than worth it. So when you're grinding arena, I highly suggest that you really think about how much time you can invest, where your roster is, and where you can distribute your points to get the maximum amount of rewards. And that's something I'm going to have to really think about each arena as I enter the veteran bracket, because I will no longer be able to just max all the arenas. I'm going to have to pick and choose. So yeah, that's where I'm at. I'll probably prioritize the basic if it's a champion I don't have, and if it's a champion I do have, I'll probably prioritize maxing out on the 5-star featured and the 4-star featured, get that 3 million, as well as cap out on the rewards on the 4-star featured, / try to find the sweet spot, because I'm sure there's a sweet spot somewhere. But other than that, this has gone on longer than it needs to, and I will talk to you later.